Welcome back to the Festival of Fears. It is the end of the season. We're coming up on our last weekend. So we're going to go through the haunted houses and do a behind the scenes video because we have... Thomas is here.
Hi.
Welcome back, Thomas.
Yep.
Here, I'm going to give you the phone for a while.
Okay.
We're going to go look around. You just grab it. Yep.
All right. Just turn around.
Yeah. We're going to go explore. So where do you want to start?
Well, we're right at the entrance of Blackwood Cemetery, so...
Yeah, let's go in here. I have this for light, if we need light. But otherwise, this is what the haunted house looks like when we're open. All the show lights are on, the sound effects and everything, the fog's running. And we're going to show you guys a lot of the little details in the haunted houses and the scare zone and everywhere that we make for ourselves because not many people see them, but they help tie in the story together. So Graveyard, Thomas, this is your story.
Yeah. Blackwood Cemetery is a focal point in the Blackwood mythos that all of the houses have been set in since we moved into the J.C. Penney building. So whenever the scare zone actually started to take place, or started to take shape rather, I thought it'd be really cool if it was going to be as many details as we could. The cemeteries appeared in some of the short stories that are in the books, episode of the podcast, Fears, Festival of Fears audio experience. There's a ton of cool little details. That's my favorite one. The hero character of Blackwood Cemetery is Madeline Albritton, the first girl who was laid to rest in the cemetery, so she's the guardian. And she's featured in this beautiful mural that's the backdrop of the whole scare zone. And a lot of folks might miss this, but in here, this is actually an open mausoleum of Josiah Alton, one of the founders of Blackwood. And then you can actually come in here and explore a little bit.
There's a couple little puzzles you can solve in here. Unlock some secret rooms if you want.
Oh yeah, we don't want to give everything away.
This is one of our old escape rooms. So
Yeah.
we converted it into part of the scare zone. It's just an extension of the area. So Thomas did something really cool with the scare zone this year. Is he made a 30-minute audio track.
Yeah.
That runs constantly all night long, but it's a whole 30-minute story that goes on. You hear Madeline a lot throughout it. There are a lot of things that happen that interacts with the lighting in here and the fog. So it makes it really interactive. It's a fun place to stay for a good 5-10 minutes, and you get a bunch of different stuff that goes on.
Yeah, you can just wander throughout the night. You'll always see something different. Like you might find Madeline singing a song, playing one of her games, explaining the rules of the cemetery, but you don't want to break the rules of the cemetery, because if you break the rules, then you pay the price.
And we've also got 5 or 6 actors that'll rotate in and out of this area as well. They're each their own unique character. You'll see different ones each time you walk through.
So this is one little detail I want to point out. So this mausoleum was actually a foundational seed of Blackwood because Alex and the Winces got a hold of the mausoleum prop, and it had the name Neem on it. And so I actually had to work that into the mythos, and that became Agatha Neem, who was the actual founder of Blackwood. Yes, Agatha, I'm talking about you.
See? Like I said, stuff happens. Stuff happens a lot. I like this bit. The spirits of the cemetery start whispering to you.
The spirits are getting restless.
Yeah. So I really like how the scare zone turned out this year. We really made it a lot more environmental.
Yeah.
We blackened the ceiling, we enclosed it, brought a lot of things together. Felt really good.
Yeah. I'm a fan. I'm especially happy the fact that there are actual huge wrought iron cemetery gates.
Ta-da.
So yeah, Blackwood Cemetery, I'm very happy with it. Where are we going now?
Let's visit the museum.
We're going to the museum?
So right next door.
The Fear Collection Museum of Monstrosities, situated in the entrance of the original festival house.
Oh, that's true. So, in this haunted house, if you have been to all our haunted houses before, you can find the story posters, the original ones that we used in the old haunted houses, to every haunted house we've done since 2021, when we started. And then there's a little blurb next to each of them, a message from the collectors, tells you a little bit about the haunted house and what they thought of it. What their plans were. You might also get a few hints at things to come if you read through them closely.
This one's special right here, and I'm kind of glad it's right here at the start. This was the first thing I wrote when I came on board as part of the team back in 2021.
Yeah.
Yep, the very first.
I think this was your first project.
Yep, this is the poster for Experiments in Evil.
I gave you like the concept of the story. I
Yep.
was like, I need a full story.
Yep.
Thomas, go.
and it was cool because you didn't know me from Adam at that point, so you didn't know.
It was a test.
It was a test, and now look at what I have done.
It was a test. It worked out great.
Look at what you wrought, Alex.
So these are all the stories we've done so far, minus the ones that are ongoing right now. We've got a few trinkets from old haunted houses. A couple of our characters are not using this year, hanging out up here.
That's the Yeti from Krampus Carol, and where the possum was Bayou.
Yep.
Beast of the Bayou.
All the Bayou haunted houses. It
Okay.
looks rough up there, but these are very used masks. They've been used in a lot of shows.
And of course Charlie Bear, the focal character of Lazarus Toys.
So it's going to be a little bit loud in the beginning of the museum, so we'll hang out talking until the end of that one. I like the zombie.
I like the Mummy.
All right, so gotta say a little bit about this. I hope
Yeah.
you guys can hear me. But the Mummy is actually a life cast of my younger brother Daniel, who's doing a lot of our costume directing this year and a lot of our set design in the haunted houses as well. So we taped his body, cut the tape off, and then filled it with foam, and that's how we got our Mummy. He turned out fun.
Yeah. And then I had to go with all these displays and everything. My assignment was I had to come and make little items up about them, give them the names. So here's Sebekatep is the name I gave our mummy boy here. And this is one of the ones that I think you guys have been wanting to do a mummy house for a while.
Yeah.
So I wanted to leave a little clue in the description about the possibility of that happening down the road.
Yeah, it's on the list. We've got a lot of haunted houses on the list. This guy's an old costume, so he's been in a couple of our shows. The Myconoid monster. I was trying to think of the name of our plant haunted house. It's slipping my mind.
Oh, this was, he was in Root of All Evil.
The Root of All Evil. That's
Yeah.
the one. He's been that one. He showed up in one of our summer shows as well, one of the Cryptid Hollow shows where we just needed more monsters. He's a stilt character, but he can also be a ground character as well. We have a large rat.
Ratus horribilis. This is a little Easter egg that for fans of 70s grindhouse cinema. It says the common brown rat actually originated in England. That is a reference to the 1970s British horror film Rats. I do that a lot. I'll put little references to things that most normal people won't notice.
So, there's our skunk ape. Been featured in all of our Bayou-themed haunted houses, so both of them.
Hey, the eyes.
This costume was permanently retired after our last summer show that we did in the Bayou. It took a beating. So it is patched back together as best we could, and we turned him into a statue.
Skunk Ape will have to return whenever cryptids come back.
Oh, he definitely will. I noticed there's an earplug back here.
That's Skunk Ape, of course, is a very important part of Florida lore.
Yes.
So I think it's important that if you do any kind of outdoors themed haunt in Florida, you got to include the skunk ape in some form or fashion.
And then we've got our American crocodile that slithered his way up here to the panhandle.
Where he needs to stay.
I have a troll. We have Simon.
Simon!
You want to talk about Simon a little
I
bit?
want to talk about Simon a
Okay.
little bit. Okay, so this is, I'm going to try and simplify this as best I can. But when we did Lazarus Toys back in 2022, we started having weird stuff happening around in the building. And so we started joking that we had a ghost in there named Simon. And so it became a thing. It's like, hi, Simon, how's it going, Simon? So whenever we moved over here and we started the Blackwood Mythos, I kind of integrated him into the story as kind of the overall big bad of Blackwood. The big bad of the Festival of Fears is the collectors, but Simon is the big bad of Blackwood, and so he got his own little placard here.
I want to point out the backdrop for him as well. We had our friends from Stiltby Studios over in Dallas come and help us set up the beginning of the museum. So they painted 4 of these backdrops for us. This was a Bug. She works over there with them, and she did an amazing job on this one.
Oh yeah, that's great. And my son's favorite.
Krampus.
My boys love Krampus.
Your boy got kidnapped by Krampus at one of the haunted houses.
Yes. Krampus Carol, I think, is one of my top 5 shows that we've done. And so I love that it's got this whole little display here.
This friendly snowman.
Snowman. The costume that did not work the first year.
No, but it worked the second year. It worked the second year really well. All right, and then we have a little surprise for people if they want to take a photo up here at the end as they walk through. They can stand on that X and wait for something fun to happen. And it's always fun.
Yep.
And you may notice the giant machine above your head, but
you don't notice that if you're not looking for it.
That's true. Yeah, so the museum was a way for us to kind of give people another thing to do in between haunted houses. It didn't have a line. We wanted them to just be able to walk in whenever they wanted to and explore, take photos, have a good time, learn a little bit about monsters we've used before, some monsters we hope to bring to the festival in the future. So that was a fun project we had.
And it's important to have things in a haunted experience like this, like the cemetery, like the museum, that are in between and kind of lower tier experiences to break up the story. There's Madeline singing.
I'm not sure if they can hear that. She is, I promise. Okay, so then you get to the back, we have our 4 haunted houses. Now, I think we should start off to the left with Jacks vs. Creeks.
All right. So a little backstory into the concept of Jacks vs. Creeks. I think it was 2023 that Alex came to me and said we were going to do a jack-o'-lantern versus scarecrow house, and that was the only guidance I had. So,
you don't need more guidance than that. That's funny.
So from that, I cooked up the entire mythology of 2 immortal forces waging war. We're gonna get copyright claim for the soundtrack. You need to unplug this.
Run! Quick, get inside!
That's your first hint that something bad is happening.
At last,
Whoa!
the lantern light shines once again. Rise, my creek. Rise now and cut down all who stand in your way. And now,
He got impaled.
and now,
I like this little guy.
So that's the kickoff of the story. So the whole concept here is that whenever you step into the barn, you see the lantern. The whole point of this is that Samhain and Jack of the Lantern are feuding over this lantern here. You found it, you've activated it, and now the Jacks and the Creeks are fighting. So that voice you heard, of course, the voice of Samhain by one of my voice actor friends, Eliza Collins. That follows you through the room. She's chanting the charm of making from the film Excalibur. That will bring the Creeks to life. And so this first whole half of the house is the Creeks.
That's true.
I was very happy that you said we could do this house again, because I didn't think the story got across last year.
I think it's doing much better this year.
Much better this year.
I like adding these little things in the haunted houses. Like, this is the finale on the other side of this fence, but I love adding the little glimpses of what's to come, and you get the audio playing from that area as well. It's a good teaser to set it up. And then you get scarecrows everywhere.
Everyone calls them scarecrows. They're Creeks. They are the Creeks, is what they're not just scarecrows.
The Creeks are animated scarecrows, though. So it's not inaccurate.
It's not Jacks versus scarecrows.
So another one of the things we did was we added a ton of scarecrows, or Creeks, whichever you'd prefer. But these guys are everywhere. Daniel, who was the model for our mummy, built all these guys. You'll find them all throughout the haunted house with a lot of our old masks.
Going to the farmhouse.
Let's get out of here.
They were trying to have some Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they gave it a shot. Somebody broke my Chick-fil-A cup. I had to repair
Oh my
it.
God! Why'd you
I repaired
repair
it because
Why
it's
you buy
glued.
another one?
It's glued to the table.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, they're trying to get me the boot.
Can you explain what's happening on the radio here?
Sure. So a common thread through a lot of the Blackwood houses is we have a radio broadcast, WDGO, Blackwood Local Radio.
That's what was playing out front,
Out
which was
front,
trying to
that
copyright us.
Yeah, so like anytime you hear in universe radio, it's WDGO, and the DJ of WDGO is Al Bachman, which is me.
Played by you.
And Al pops up from time to time to give exposition and set up atmosphere. But for that particular scene there, my original idea was like, well, we're wrapping up the Blackwood mythos. Let's kill Al. And Alex is like, no, you can't kill Al.
I like him.
So instead of him getting killed, he's getting chased out of the building.
See, he survives. Maybe. We love it open-ended. So I want to point out a couple things. We've got this viney structure coming through the house, which is left over from the Root of All Evil.
Yep.
Because that haunted house went through this set. So it's been repainted a few times. Right now it's just a nice green, but it's been all different kinds of colors based on what haunted houses it's in. And then this dang toilet is pushed into the corner for a reason, and the lid is glued down because people kept trying to use it in the haunted house.
Oh, no.
They took potty breaks.
So the living room set here has gone through a number of uses. This was the opening scene of Krampus Carol. This
my God, it was.
It was the opening scene of Root of All Evil, which I think was my favorite because whenever you came in, you heard the meteor crash through, and then you turned the corner, and it was right here in the middle of the room.
Yep. This house has been through a lot.
That's it. And then, of course, as has been pointed out before, here's our portrait of J.C. Penney,
Yes.
which will be coming with us.
He has to oversee his creation.
Yep.
Did he intend it to be a giant haunted house? No.
Yep. But I think he'd be happy with it.
Would he?
I think so.
I hope so. I hope we do him proud.
Maybe he's hanging out with Simon. You know, he's watching over stuff.
Right. So this is also a really fun little trick. I don't know how much people utilize it or not, but you can get a glimpse into the haunted house from the queue line out there. And it really confuses people in the haunted house when they're like, oh God, wait, are we done? Then they have to turn the corner, and then we have a good scare right here. It's a drop window, because it always gets a great scare. People crash into the wall, and everybody in line gets terrified. Because they have no idea what caused it, but they know everybody's screaming.
Was that my sound effect?
What's up?
Was that my sound effect?
Yes.
Oh, that is mine. Okay.
They're all your sound effects, Thomas.
Yeah, we're still in the farmhouse. So the creeks are attacking the farmers, and the actors playing the farmers in this section are just out of this world great.
Like you requested, I made the crows as loud as possible, so we're just gonna run through this room. But zoom in on like the poop.
So the crows are actually there's an in-story reason for that room, is that since they're scarecrows, that the crows themselves would be the harbingers of Jack, because once we cross through here, this is our first encounter with one of the Jacks, who of course served Jack at the Lantern. So the crows are like, hey, Jack's on his way.
Or as I call them, the pumpkins.
This was for longtime fans. This was the open bar scene from.
Oh God.
That was Till Death Do We Part, which was the Valentine's house.
Our Valentine's house. Yeah, that was
Also
fun.
in my top 5.
The Boone family farm goes through a lot.
Well, in story, the Boones are kind of bad people, so. It makes me nervous how hard he swings.
Oh, he's angry. So this is Jack Attack. Oh my. He's getting a little old, so the older he seems to get, the faster he swings around. Of our giant pumpkin demon. A giant Jack. There you go.
Giant Jack, yeah. And this, so
I want to talk about this.
Yeah, the portal. So it's convenient that it's pumpkin shaped, but of course this was in the a Krampus Carol, the first one, our first Krampus house. This is supposed to be Krampus's sack, his burlap sack.
Yeah.
That you would go through to get to Krampus's lair, but now it is the portal to the realm of Jack of the Lantern.
I remember when you pitched this story and you were like, it would be really cool if we had a giant burlap sack people would go into to enter the Krampus realm. I was like, okay.
And then you built it. And
I'll build that.
Again, why Krampus Carol, the first one,
And
has such a bright spot in my heart.
Everybody got really mad and they're like, how are we ever going to reuse this? This is a waste of like $1,000.
It
I
looks
found a way
good.
to reuse it. Now
and
it's
it
a pumpkin.
fits. And
We
the
added-
burlap for the creeks.
We added the pumpkin goo. I love this little guy. He doesn't move very much anymore.
Did I tell you where that laugh came from?
No.
That's Ezra.
Oh,
That's
nice.
that is the voice of my son,
Wonderful.
pitched up. I use my boys as sound effects a lot. Speaking of using sound effects a lot,
Bunch of
here
these
we are in the
little
cave.
Yay, cave.
The longest lasting sound effect.
Also, the longest lasting set.
Yep.
This was the very first set we built when we moved in here.
It's
These
been
were the
used a lot.
These were the first walls I set up because I knew the cave was going to take forever, and it did, and I was right. And it cost a ton of money, so we've reused it in every haunted house that we've had, almost.
Almost, yeah.
People love it.
Even whenever it didn't fit thematically.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, I don't know if it's going to come across here, but I did make one small addition for this house. There he is. The voice of Jack of the Lantern. Taunting you.
So why you should really go through the haunted houses multiple times, which you can with our tickets, because you pick up new things every time you walk through
Yep,
them.
you never know what you're going to miss.
Our set that makes the least sense.
Well,
Okay,
it
so-
was going to make sense.
So, this one was also a carryover from our first Krampus show,
Yep.
because you're in the Krampus realm, which, ooh, spooky. This worked. But we had to leave it for the pumpkin house, and I didn't have money to build a new set. So it's Jack's lair.
Yeah. Jack is supposed to appear here. I recorded dialogue for Jack there.
A lot of the times when we plan like the story element of the haunted house ahead of time, we can't really tell how the haunted house is going to flow
Right.
with the guests going through and with the actors and everything. So then when I put the soundtracks in, sometimes I'll text Thomas and I'll say, hey, this doesn't work at all. We have to start over. And it makes him really, really like me.
It hurts less and less every season. It's like being in an abusive relationship.
There's always a reason for it. Abusive relationship. All right. So we have our mines. Mine Shaft has been here for a long time as well. Was it? It was here for Cryptid Hollow too,
It
wasn't
was,
it?
yeah.
The original haunted house.
Yep.
It really
This-
this whole back strip that we've been through.
This is the one location I never actually had a reason for existing in the Blackwood lore.
No,
Never had a mine.
that's fine. It kind of just extends off the
Yeah.
cave. People buy it. There's a bat.
There, again, Krampus. I keep referencing back because Krampus is like my favorite house we did over here. This was my least favorite soundscape we did because this was where all the children were hanging from sacks.
It was everybody's least favorite.
It was
soundscape.
all crying children.
Yeah.
But better soundscape is the final battle.
This was my favorite rebuild we did for this house this year. Was the finale.
His hat fell down.
His whole head fell down.
Oh no.
It is the end of the season. The animatronics have been through
A lot.
a lot.
That looks great.
It's such a fun set.
And this is another one where it's like you come through multiple times, you'll hear in the background, you hear the sounds of battle, and you'll also hear Jack and Samhain sniping at each other. I love the story of this house.
I like this house.
I love the house.
It's a good haunted house.
Now, I don't think we're going to go through because it's not going to come across on camera at all.
No.
So we'll just point at the entrance here. Is the Labyrinth of Lost Fears, which is the sensory maze. where there's a whole bunch of special effects and stuff. You guys put a lot of tactile stuff.
Yeah, it's a physical sensory maze that you go through. There's a lot of blackout areas, which is pitch black. You have to feel your way through. There's a lot of stuff that'll swipe across your face. There's some optical illusions we have in there. A bunch of fun little tricks.
Yeah.
I wanted to show off this wall real quick
And then it
before we
dumps
leave
you
too.
out. Dumps you out into the cemetery.
It does.
Oh, the cryptid wall?
The cryptid wall.
I wish we could take it with us.
I know.
This was this kind of commemorate the first house we did in this building was Cryptid Hollow, and so I think it's nice that we've had this mural here to commemorate that.
And it's not lit great this season because the cryptids aren't really part of this show, but it's always been back here. In the summer, we always light it up and make it a big photo op.
Where are we going next? Bugs?
Bugs.
Or I'm sorry, Monster Hunt Infestation.
See what I mean?
Which-
You start using the nicknames. You got Pumpkins, Bugs, Pigman.
Well, because up until the 11th hour, this was going to be called Bug Hunt. So
I liked Bug Hunt. I was perfectly fine with Bug Hunt.
So I'm going to formally make the request
Yes.
that when the season's over, we try and put the pre-show video on YouTube, or at least a clip of it, just a little bit.
The beginning of it will work. This should work.
Yeah.
I love this pre-show.
Oh yeah. Our little.
The city of Blackwood is shaken by a mysterious menace.
I love pre-show videos on haunted houses because it gets across a lot of information. This of course sets up that the mine has been found and you're going through, and
I will say a good 75% of people don't pay any attention to it.
that's the hard part.
Disappointing.
That's the hard part.
Because they come in here to pick up their blasters, and this is the most common message we get, right? They walk around the corner.
Oh hush.
There's a bug. We get to right here, and they go, we got a guy here handing out blasters, and they're like, are we playing laser tag? Because they have no idea what they're walking into.
I always ask, because like, did you pay attention to the safety brief? And
No.
they say no.
Got bugs swirling around.
Absolutely an original bug, not a copyrighted character.
Hey. Here we have original bug.
Ah! I don't like big spiders.
I love big spiders. Alright, so this haunted house is our monster hunt. It's the Laser Blaster haunted house where people go through and they fight the monsters. We've learned a lot this season. People love it. It's a ton of fun. We need to find a way to keep our monsters a little bit further away from the people because sometimes the people get a little too excited with their laser blasters. So we're going to work on that for next season. But how we've had it so far is we got bugs running around semi at random. We've got a few spots where they'll stay, but then otherwise they kind of pop in and out of curtains wherever they want. We've got a lot of semi-hidden hallways where you just pop open a curtain and the bugs can navigate through parts of the haunted house and move all around. Got a lot of holes that lets you see through to another area. That's the end of the haunted house. Then we come up on our wasp hive. I love our wasp hive.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Looks very authentic.
I think this was my favorite build of the season. It was a ton of fun. Oh, it was a little bit of fun. It was really fun for it to come together. It took a lot of work.
I'm surprised so many of these bees are still hanging.
I'm shocked. I'm surprised it's not more beat up. This is our damage. This one crack right here.
Wow. Maybe a little one right there.
Well, like this section. But like otherwise, it's held together fantastically.
Yeah.
And yeah, the bees are still hanging. They're not all still upright. I need to spin them back around.
Well, it's fun because it's like when guests come through, like they'll bump them.
Oh, they're swinging like
And
crazy.
they swing like crazy. So with the sound effects and everything, it seems like you're actually in a beehive.
Yep. They smack you in the face. It's hilarious. These things swing all around. It's just chaos. We've got actors coming out of the curtains. Boom, boom, right over there. Wonderful time.
That's an exit. You can't go that way, Alex.
I have to go fix air hose that's leaking.
Oh, okay.
Talk about the mosquitoes. I'll meet you in the next
Okay.
room.
So this is the mosquitoes. These are the absolute killers when it comes to the game, because of course in the game when you're coming through, your blaster accounts, if the monsters get too close to you, you take damage. The static mosquitoes here have targeting reticules on them, which means that while you are shooting at them, they are also giving you damage. And this is
Sorry
the
about the
room where
noise.
most people die. And I'm speaking from personal experience because I died a lot in this room. But it's really cool because
Aha,
there's
bugs.
big blood bags.
Blood. Big
Blood
pile.
everywhere.
I like the mosquitoes.
Yeah. Do you ever, I know the answer to this question because Alex doesn't watch a lot of horror movies, ironically. But these giant static mosquitoes remind me of the 1990s horror film Mosquito.
Mosquito.
Mosquito. Great movie.
Again, we've just got windows. You can see back into the wasp hive. It helps the actors a lot because they're able to get on different sides of the wall.
And it makes the whole environment feel more alive.
Oh, yeah. There's just movement everywhere.
Oh my God, what happened?
Like I said, the guests found a new route. That way.
So this is the ant hive, or was it? Does that are ants or termites?
Ants.
Ants. Okay, ant hive. This is the ant nest.
Yep.
And this used to be the swamp for the bayou.
For Skunk Ape. This was Skunk
This
Ape's
was Skunk Ape's room.
Yeah. So these used to be trees. Now they're part of the ant termite mound colony.
That's what I was looking for. Mountains.
Starts to make here
Yeah.
some mounds and another pile of ants. We have a giant ant character that runs out in this room. That's what sells it.
I'm a big fan of giant bug movies of the 1950s. I integrated the sound effect of the giant ants from them in the background of that soundscape there.
Then we have puppets. So we added 2 puppets to the Haunted House this year. We got this guy.
It's not fair that he doesn't have a targeting reticule on him because people shoot the heck out of
Well,
him.
the target's right here.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it always sits right
Oh,
here.
okay.
But they shoot his mouth anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You should have put it in his mouth.
Well, then I have to cut him up. He was too pretty. All right, so then you come out into our swamp. This is kind of the finale for the bug hunt. But there's also the boardwalk that was used in the Beast of the Bayou Haunted Houses. Well, it's half of it.
And it was built for Beast of the Bayou. And then
Yep.
it was used in Cryptid Hollow. It was used in Root of All Evil, Revenge of the Root. It's been used a lot, but it's cool.
It's cool.
And there's giant final boss.
Giant ant.
Also kills them in the final stretch of the house.
Yeah. I've acted in the bug hunt several times this season, and a lot of the times when people come through, I will kill more humans than they will kill bugs. Because the guests can take damage if you get too close to them.
That's what I'm saying. The static mosquitoes are the killer.
That's because people just stand there.
Well, yeah. Well, what else are you gonna do?
You move.
They should be on arms that go back and forth. Notes for future.
Next time. Yes, everything in the bug hunt should move. Like everything should be moving. That costs money. And next time we'll have more money to make more things move. That's pretty much how it works. That's kind of how pumpkins work this year. All right,
The flagship.
experiments.
The number one thing that you guys were like, we have to do this season.
Yeah.
For the 5 years of fear. We're bringing Razor back. Yeah.
So, this is a prequel haunted house to Experiments in Evil, the very first haunted house we ever built. It tells the story of the night Razorback kind of came into existence in the lore of Blackwood. And
Well-
to do so, I wanted to tell a campfire story. So as you go through the beginning of this haunted house and you listen above your head, you get the campfire story of Razorback's evil beginnings.
And even before that,
If you
right
pay
here, you can hear the people that are going to tell the story in the background of the woods here.
Yep.
Also, the guy who came up with the campfire story idea, I bet he's a pretty cool guy. Into the woods.
This woods was so much fun to build.
It's cool. It's really cool coming through here.
But it looks really cool with the lights off, and it's also super duper dark.
And there, the story begins. That is Christina Burden, another voice actor friend of mine.
Ah! Here's the campfire. See,
It's a big
campfire
campfire.
story.
It smells really good here, by the way.
I love this smell.
The
Yeah.
campsite. Everything was shredded.
Bodies.
There were no survivors. They ran for where they thought they could get out.
So the whole idea is like you're hearing them tell the story, and then the story is lulling you back in time. So you become part of the story. Razorback himself, the character in Experiments in Evil, predates the Blackwood mythos, so I integrated him a little bit as the boogeyman of Blackwood.
Conducting experiments with human and animal DNA. He'd run out of subjects, so he was forced to experiment on himself. This is tonight. Razorback was born.
Reveal.
Yeah. So this one is something I wanted to do for a long time, where you kind of wander through the woods, and then you have the reveal deeper into the haunted house, so we can tell a little bit of the story on the way in. And you also, if you notice, you pay attention, when you come into the woods, it's very alive. All the plants are green, there's tons of leaves and vines pushing through everywhere. By the time you get to the cabin, everything is dead and nice and spooky. You got the cool moon up there, and you go in, and then you start like the haunted house. You'll get a good scare from Razorback's first experiment coming out the curtain.
And then I think you got a naysayer in the woods, don't you?
You do,
Like
yep.
A Crazy Ralph type guy?
Yeah,
Which you gotta have, it's the woods.
fun character.
Dr. Porkus's cabin. Previously, other people's cabin.
Several cabins.
Several cabins.
So another thing I worked on this year was making a lot of the lights animated instead of just static lighting. So you get a lot of flicker lights where we want them. We want them to cause a little bit more chaos or energy. And then we still have still lights where we want people to calm down for a second before they get another scare.
You don't notice this when the lights are off, but again, it's like little hints of past attractions and everything. Of course, this used to be the Cryptid Hunter's cabin for a time, so some of the trophy labels are still here, which is nice.
No, you're wrong for the first time.
What?
It's not the Cryptid Hunters. This is the Beast of the Bayou
Oh,
Hunters.
it was!
It was.
Oh, God!
That's why it's like Skunk Ape.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
No, we actually purposely never let the Cryptid House go through here. You always went around the cabin
That's right!
because we
man.
wanted to save this for the Beast of the
Don't
Bayou
I have
story.
egg on my face?
Aha, see, I pay attention.
Yeah. Here's the bathroom.
We have a bathroom, which is...
What happened to the toilet?
Again, it's way over there.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, no one has used that one yet.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not-
Somebody pretended to, but it was not real. This is kind of like I'm not a big fan of this room because it's terrible. It's a giant waste of space for a haunted house because it's a blank hallway that connects two different sets because I didn't design this layout properly because this is still laid out how it was when we designed Beast of the Bayou for the very first time. And there's no way for an actor to get in here and do anything unless they chase you into the room, which I don't really like doing anyway.
Yeah.
But things
It looks nice.
Things I'm
I mean,
learning.
it looks like my
it's
grandma's
fine.
old bathroom.
And it's
so.
only just like 4 wall panels long, and then
Yeah.
you get a scare here from the guy. But it shouldn't be there. This room should be here. This is a good room.
Now we have found Dr. Porkus's cage room where
Yes.
he's experimenting on people.
So a lot of fun things going on in here. We've got this elevated cage route that kind of runs behind everything. So we have an actor up above you in these cages, and they can disappear. They can reach out through the openings, then go back behind the wall panels, and they pop out again in different spots. So while that chaos is going on, you got the flickering lights. If I turn my light off, we've got actor illusion table, which is a ton of fun. The actor can sit in this, put the dress over these legs, and it looks like these are their legs. Have been horribly butchered, turned into an insect leg. So she can pop up and scream. We've got Marty.
Good old Marty Skoros. This is Alex has had this prop for a while. You said
This was my first corpse skeleton that I made. So
Yeah.
I just want to keep using him. Yeah.
Yeah, and for the longest time we used him in the Cryptid Hollow trilogy. This was the corpse of Marty Skoros. And so somehow now Marty has found his way over here as one of Dr. Porkus's starved subjects.
Yep. Oh, here. I'll do the thing. So as you leave this room, here, turn the camera away. Nobody needs to see
okay.
this.
Hi, Marty.
I got up here totally safely.
Okay.
So this is what I meant by actor can run around and pop up behind the different cages. and they get right here and they can scream and reach at you as you leave. And then as they leave under the curtain, we have a trigger. They can run a fog machine. And it dumps a ton of fog on the guests, and it's hilarious.
I didn't know it was getting installed. But when I came through to do my first go through, also totally exited
That was
safely.
yeah, clearly went down the ladder.
Yep. I didn't know the fog effect was going to be there, and it scared the bejesus out of me.
So this was a haunt. So this was one of our brand new haunts this year, layout-wise. I know we reused a couple sets, but overall it was a brand new haunt. And when we ran it for our preview night, there were some storyline and just energy issues that we noticed. So we redesigned several things, especially in this second half sequence. Like our underwater room. So again, we added an actor-triggered fog machine. There's a special one back here.
Bubbles!
To help sell the underwater
You're
nature of
underwater.
everything.
Also, are those fog bubbles?
Yeah,
Oh, dope.
yeah. It helps sell the underwater. So the
Yeah.
actor will usually turn that on right when the other fog machine starts down there.
Does the is the trigger in there for the splash?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So there's a splash effect when you come through to sell that you've gone underwater. The whole idea is that you're trying to escape from Razorback's cabin by swimming out.
And with the bubbles and the fog and the sound effects, it sells it pretty well. I've heard tons of guests say, "Oh, we're underwater now," which is brand new. That's
Awesome.
never happened before.
That makes me so happy.
And then-
I especially love these lights. I love the underwater lights.
We've got our second puppet.
What's this guy?
I love this guy. He's a fish.
That's Milo, by the way.
That's Milo still?
That's my youngest son. Yep.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, man. Like the kids are a library of using sound effects and stuff.
And again, this house, I did a few of these, but we've got double scares for actors on either side of you as you walk through. Now, both actors won't always get it because each of our actors has 3 or 4 scares that they can do. So it just depends on where the group is, which scare spot you'll see them at. But when those both line up at the same time, it's solid stuff. We go through our pine forest.
Going through the woods again.
Yeah. They're all different woods, though. This is denser. This is big pine trees. We've got this guy. There's another guy that got added.
I guess close to you. So Razorback's whole deal is that he's combining human and animal DNA. So that's why you see all these hybrids, and there's more hybrids the further you get into the house. Because
Like where we are.
we're on our way to Razorback's. When Dr. Forkus becomes Razorback, his actual lab.
Here, I know it's loud here, but I want to highlight a little thing.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
wall that we're using,
Oh yeah.
this guy,
Where's Mothman?
he's over
He's
right there.
There he is.
So this was another wall. This was the very beginning of the Cryptid Hollow
Yes, it was.
haunted house. It's one of the first,
Jesus.
yeah, giant spiders. It was one of the first scenic paintings that I did. It's not very good, but I like it.
It's nice to have nods to the past, especially as you celebrate 5 years of Fears.
Yeah.
And now we're further along in the timeline, and Razorback has officially gotten his lab that we first saw in the first Experiments in Evil. And doesn't it look great?
Lab came together well. I love running water.
Yeah, kinetic water, always a good effect.
Oh, here, I'll point this one out. Each of the haunted houses has its own pumpkin. They're all hidden in there. Jax vs. Creeks has a lot of pumpkins.
Of course.
The other 3 each have their own secret pumpkin.
These, another little Easter egg, these bottles and everything, you'll notice some of them have numbers on them because we had an Experiments in Evil themed escape room a couple years back. And so we brought those props in here. But the big thing, of course, is that guy. Do you want to bring up the mask?
Yeah, so this guy, we wanted to build Razorback's monster, who's just a culmination of a bunch of different beasts and a human buried somewhere deep in there. The mask itself was one of the first custom sculpted masks we have for the Haunted House. Rue from Stopia Studios helped me make it, and it is our original 3 monsters from the very first Experiments in Evil Haunted House that we have. So we had a vulture monster, a reptile monster, and then a minotaur. Those were the main monsters in that haunted house. So we brought them back, converged them into one beast.
It all comes together.
So he's there, and then you come around the corner and you see the finished version, because that was a failed experiment.
Right.
And actually, if you go all the way back to that cage room, you can see Razorback was experimenting with adding insect legs to humans on that table that we had. And now he's finalized it. And then we have a big open room with big loud barrels and a stilt giant monster thing
And
chases you around.
Fully transformed Razorback.
Yeah.
Now,
Ton of fun, ton of chaos.
Dr. Porkus no longer there.
No.
Razorback is all that remains. The Experiments in Evil escape room was right there, which is now the monster makeover experience.
We try to use the space as much as we humanly can. JCPenney's was a giant department store, so it had all these. We can go in there.
Yeah. I wanted to see if there was any remainders of the experiments.
There it is, a little bit.
I know it became Protocol Z after Experiments moved out.
So JCPenney's had all these giant changing rooms. So we had them as mini escape rooms a couple times. They were several different mini escape rooms, and now this one's a monster makeover experience.
You can have one of our excellent makeup artists do you up professionally,
Turn you into a monster.
turn you into a monster.
This was some of Thomas's brilliant distressing work. You can see
So I
all over the wall.
As the story and sound guy, I typically don't actually do build stuff. All of my stuff is done with the computer, but I like to help when I can. And so I was like, sure, I'll distress the walls. And this is why most of my stuff is down on the
great.
keyboard.
You did use my entire Rust kit.
I did.
Yeah.
I used a lot.
The entire thing.
That was 3 hours of work.
3 hours and so many dollars.
So the other flagship haunt, of course, the long-running, I almost died,
Don't die.
the Into the Festival of Fears house, which this one was supposed, we've done Into the Festival of Fears before.
3 times.
We've done it 3 times before, and this is the collector's house. The collectors are the de facto icons of the Festival of Fears.
Yep. That's never come across before.
It's never come across, and so you said we got to do better this time. We have
Yes.
to fully establish who the collectors are, what the collectors are, and so we have these 2 entrance points, and these are pre-show rooms.
I want a fun fact here.
Oh,
This used to be the top of our stage that we had in the midway.
yes, it was.
So we used to do an opening night, like at 6 o'clock. We do an opening stage show to start the night off. It didn't really work because people don't come that early. People kind of trickle into the event all night long. So we took the stage down and made more room for queue lines, which we needed anyway. But we wanted to reuse this because this is a good stone facade, and it had the 2 entrances. So we just took it off, walked it over here, plopped it down.
You can find video of those pre-shows, those opening ceremonies. By the way.
You don't need to. That's fine. You don't have to find those. So, just little holding rooms. We have pre-show videos. I'll trigger a little bit of it. It kind of tells you the backstory. They're 60 seconds long. Another thing this lets us do is split the groups up. So we can have one group watching on this side, wait 30 seconds, have the other group watching on that side, and then they can go into the haunted house quickly.
That's me doing the voice of the collectors there. And I want to point out this because I heard the criticism, but this is not AI. All of this is stock footage, and this is actual footage that was shot here in the haunt. So there is no AI usage in these pre-show videos.
We don't believe in AI.
Well, I mean,
A little bit.
Yeah, not when it comes to video or writing.
We believe in AI a little bit. Used
As a tool
as a tool.
with human
Purposefully.
purposefully.
Yes. All right, so the way this house was meant to be laid out is that you're going to go through a series of the collector's rooms. There's 4 of them. So you're going to go through each of their periods. First off, we had the Beast Collector, So that's who's up front. Very prehistoric, very jungly feeling. You'll actually encounter the beast collector himself in the middle of it. And then this haunted house never got finished because it was supposed to finish next year, but we have to move. But then we were going to have 2 more collectors, and then the finale collector, the fear collector in the back, which you will see tonight. So we still have our older sets that we have after this Beastman part.
I've taken to nicknaming this collector the Primeval. Because he was the first one.
Yes, he was the first one.
I love. Oh, did that break?
No, you moved it.
I love this jungle set.
The
like,
jungle's
I
great.
think the woods and jungle sets are just out of this world this year.
You're going to see a lot more of the black walls that you can see because I have the light up.
Yeah.
But without this one, all you see is jungle. It's really cool. Feels jungly. The only thing I wish is we had a little bit of fog up here
Yeah.
in the jungle, but we can't keep it in this area of the building.
You know what it's missing? Volcano.
A volcano?
A volcano.
Dinosaurs.
Little smoking volcano.
It's missing some dinosaurs that were going to be ordered for next year.
Spoilers for next year.
Well, who knows
So now,
what Haunted House will
so
have.
now we're in. This has been in every Into the Festival of Fears house. This hallway, this section. Right.
The next 3 sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're a little more detailed this time around.
Yep.
This is now.
Ah.
That scared the crap out of me.
Air cannons.
Previously, this was like the aliens bit.
It was, yes.
Like the collectors were collecting extraterrestrial artifacts, and now it's the processing room. Fog. Ugh, that is the worst smelling fog.
Everybody complains about it. It does
It's
not smell
awful.
bad. No, it's,
But
it's
this
really
is like
not that
when
bad.
the collectors first get their pieces, this is where they process them and decontaminate them, ergo the fog.
So I want to point out a few of them.
Oh, okay.
We've got our plant witch from not the Root of All Evil. What was
No.
the second one?
Revenge of the Root.
Revenge of the Root, obviously. We've got our catfish monster from Beasts of the Bayou. One of my favorite characters to play.
It's one of the Krampuses. Or elves.
No, one of the elves.
One of
from
the
Krampus.
elves, yeah.
Yep.
Bosk.
Definitely not Bosk. That's everybody that's in here. We had another one
There's your pumpkin.
right here. Hey. We had another one right here, but Danny wanted to play that character on Sunday last weekend, so we ran in here and stole the mask. And that was La Llorona for the last Cryptid House we did.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. Definitely not Tusken Raider below
Definitely
her.
not that generated.
I like Star Wars. Just because the collectors collected some Star Wars characters doesn't
They
mean
collect
they don't
everything.
fit.
They collect
exactly.
memorabilia. And so now we're in the bugs, which is now very roach themed.
Yes. So this was always supposed to be a cockroach nest because I wanted to do something a little different than spiders. So the texture is very different. It's very gross and grimy. But nobody got it. So I added giant cockroaches. They're getting it now.
They look good. I don't like roaches.
You don't like roaches? You don't like spiders?
No. I don't like creepy crawlies.
All right, so this is everybody's scariest part of this haunted house. It is a single U-shaped hallway that's just covered in black.
Pitch black.
I hate that people like it so much because there was no effort put into it.
It's the simplest thing.
It just was filling space. We just needed people to turn around, but they like it so much. But sometimes you just have to give people what they want. Sometimes they just want black hallway. So again, we got giant roaches.
Black holes and chainsaws.
And a giant roach.
Well, you added a lot of these.
Yeah, this was the first one I made. So I sculpted this guy. This was the first thing that I've sculpted before. He turned out okay. This one, I foam filled it poorly with great stuff. So then I improved the process on this guy and foam filled him much better. If you come around this way. So he actually looks like a cockroach on the outside.
Yeah.
He's not all bumpy and gross.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good.
And then more of the bug eggs.
People love the bug eggs. Ooh, sorry.
Nothing. So this back when Razorback was a part of the collection, which apparently he's not part of the collection anymore. He's free again.
He escaped.
He escaped
to
from
run
the
his own
collection.
house.
This was the hallway to his lair,
Yep,
which looks fantastic. This is like one of my favorite rooms.
I know. And again, one of the super simple ones is just
Yep.
pallets and skeletons.
It looks good.
It does. So now, yeah, Razorback's lair, you used to take a left.
Used to go over there.
But now, we go into the boardwalk because the left was the whole beast zone, the
Yep.
jungle zone that we walked through. I had to add these arrows because people did not know where to go.
Would you think that the sound of the tunnel would clue them in?
It is pretty loud. I don't know how they don't get it.
And now, of course, the section of the house that's the nearest and dearest to my heart.
Ta-da!
Welcome back to Lazarus Toys. Lazarus Toys, of course, was the first haunt that I had the most hands-on development with the Festival of Fears. Me and my team at Lazarus Creative Co., we worked on that house for 5 years before we brought it to the festival. There's Princess. That's another retired costume. And here on the mural here, I hate that we're leaving this behind, are all the characters of Lazarus Toys.
Curtain maze.
The stuffed animal, there's a mix of all kinds of stuffed animals here. There's some of your stuffed animals, some of my kids' stuffed animals.
Oh, it's insane. This part of the haunt is terrifying.
It feels nice.
People hate this room with the stuffed animals on the walls.
Really?
Yes.
It's the tactical
Yeah, it is.
thing. Yeah.
It's because they touch them on both sides.
There's the front desk of,
Toy shop.
oh my, and there's so many. So all these toys were some of these are Alex's, some of these are mine.
They were all in the Lazarus Toys house.
Yep. Where's that? There's a. Where's the Wicked Witch? There's a Wicked Witch Jack in the Box.
Didn't you take that one?
No, I mean, I said she was mine, but I can't.
Think so?
She's stashed
I
somewhere.
think it got set aside for you.
And there's the Bubula.
The what?
It's Bubula.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Bubby.
that's what it says.
Yeah, those used to be like a gag gift.
We got the tea party room.
I love the addition of the girls on swings.
Yeah.
Now she
Very
was
spooky.
in a tree. Whenever the first 2022 Festival of Fears.
Yeah, she was in the midway.
She was on the midway. And this, of course, is the last remnants of Gremlin's Tea Party. She's a Lazarus Toys character, and there's her rules. I don't
Yeah.
think Gremlin's in here this year, but her Tea Party remains.
No, so one of the things we did was to help sell the collectors. Instead of having all individual monsters in each different zone, we have a lot of collector henchmen that kind of run the scare boxes between zones. So you'll see the henchmen pop out to keep reinforcing that you're in the collector's haunted house. Then we do have like the Mad Little Tailors up in the front desk as a character. We've got a giant cockroach. We've got the Beast Collector himself. So each of the zones kind of has one character that fits in their zone, and then they have a henchman as well as a secondary actor.
Of course, the lyrics to Toyland, which is the main theme of Lazarus Toys. And... oh, there she is.
What?
Ta-da!
Ah, yes. Okay.
Here's Danny's baby. I was told to be hands off with this whole scene.
So this was an idea Danny got to make a Fear Collector zone for the finale of the Haunted House and tie this whole back hallway part together. I think it turned out pretty well.
Oh yeah, I love the storm clouds.
It's fun. So we got the storm going on, the red laser beams, we got a slider going back and forth underneath. And then we've got all the old Haunted House posters, which with the light you can see
Our sign.
the actors that have worked in the Haunted Houses have signed them all, so their names stay up here. Obviously we'll take all of these with us.
There's the OG.
They're on both sides. Oh, both sides.
My precious.
Lazarus Toys.
Oh, we're missing the third act of the trilogy. Echoes.
Yeah. Our old banner. It's another one of those junky hallways. I don't like them. We have our statue room. So, a fun bit with these guys is each of these weapons that they're holding are weapons we used in our parents' house when we did the haunted house like 20 years ago. And they were completely broken and ruined, so we turned them into statues with the skeletons. So that's what we used to have at the house.
It's all about the history. This music makes me want to dance. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
I tend to dance through this scene.
A lot of people do. It's fun. It's a fun finale sequence. And then you come up
The actual finale,
to the finale.
where the new collector is summoning his newest piece. That guy.
That guy. So this is a stage show. The Fear Collector is up on the stage summoning this fear demon. It's a whole little show. It gets kicked off by the trigger up there as people walk into the room. It's got a really fun light sequence with it.
Now, our demon friend here is, he's the old giant skeleton, yeah?
Yep.
See the hands?
Yeah, he is a transformed 12-foot skeleton from Home Depot. We used to have him up on our roof as kind of the entryway, but he blew off during a hurricane.
And broke.
And broke into a million
And of course,
pieces.
the most terrifying part, the wall of fire extinguishers.
Hey! Though actually it is, because these are so old that they can't be recharged. So it's just a wall of fire extinguishers that I can't use. But they make great demos when we have to do practices.
And to fool the fire marshal.
And no, we don't fool the fire marshal. We have real fire extinguishers that are fully charged all over the building. Oh, Thomas. All right. That's it.
That's the whole experience.
That's all the haunted houses.
What, that was an hour.
Yeah.
That didn't feel like an
It's gonna be a
hour.
long video. We've done a lot.
Yeah.
We've
But
done
I mean, this is your last. I don't know when this vlog's gonna go up, but
Probably later today.
yeah.
Yeah.
This weekend is your last chance. We got Chaos Night on Thursday.
Yep.
We got Halloween is on Friday, which was, of course, is our biggest night of the year.
Halloween night's gonna be fun.
And then November 1st, which is going to be very special because, like, this is our last season in this building.
Yeah, so that'll be the last night we're open in this location. So last chance to get to walk through these haunted houses, which is kind of bittersweet
Yeah.
because this year kind of worked out though because we finished a lot of storylines.
Yeah.
We completed the Jax vs. Creeks house we wanted to do. We finished the Blackwood Cemetery scare zone in the middle of the building. The Festival of Fears house got mostly done. The Experiments in Evil was a really fun addition, as was the Monster Hunt haunted house. So we're at a good place to wrap up here and move on to a new venue,
Yeah.
which is going to be really exciting because we had to take all the stuff with us and start with a lot to go on.
Yeah. And I'm thinking a new location is going to lead to a new mythos, a new
We'll
town.
talk about that because I'm not sold on just abandoning all the lore
I
and
think
the
we
legends and
should
everything.
leave Blackwood alone a little bit. They've suffered enough. Like, we can come back later
We'll
on.
see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. That's something Thomas and I are going to fight about for sure. But what we do with all these stories.
But in any case, I will definitely be here on Saturday night, just because I think after we close on Saturday, that'll be it for Santa Rosa Mall too. 'Cause
Correct.
We're the
I think,
last
as
operating.
far as I know, we're the last part still operating in the Santa Rosa Mall. Well, Planet Fitness is still going.
Oh, yeah.
So they're still going strong for a little bit, but I think they wrap up with us as well. And then the Santa Rosa Mall comes down, and we move on to new venue.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saturday night, we'll close to the public at 10, and then the very last thing we're going to do here is let our actors go through the haunted houses at the end of the season, something we always do for them. So they'll get to see the other haunted houses that they don't act in and get to see how those go. So the very last runs we'll do of these shows will be for our actors. And then Sunday morning, we start backing up.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. A little bittersweet.
It's
but
always bittersweet at the end of the season, but this year is always. Actually
This one's going to be a
really-
little extra.
Yeah.
but
Tears will be shed.
It's exciting, though, because it paves the way for a whole new experience.
Yeah. But in any case, no matter how this turns out, Alex, I just want to say, this year has been the best year of the festival thus
Oh,
far.
I agree.
And
Yeah,
I know
for sure.
it's onward and upward from here.
For sure, yeah.
and it's a dream of come true of mine and an honor to be able to provide what I do, and I want to thank you for that.
Well, of course, thank you. Thanks for writing everything for us and making all the sounds and doing everything that you do. I'm having a ton of fun just kind of picturing what this looked like 3 years ago when we moved in, and we could just
What
see
it is now.
straight through to the other side of the building, and we're like, oh my God, how are we ever gonna fill this up? Because it's 60,000 square feet of space that we had to fill up here. But we're about filled. We've used all the space that we have available. This was really a fully fleshed out year for us. I'm really excited to be able to get that done. It would have been a lot harder to leave if we had to leave like last year.
Yeah.
Before we had really gotten everything where we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
But this feels complete.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pass the camera to you here.
Yeah.
And before you send it out, I'm gonna head out and I'm just gonna chill out in the.
You're just walking away?
Oh yeah, I'm going to the cemetery.
That's how we're gonna end it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in the cemetery and then you'll never see me again.
That works.